Hello guys, and welcome to the second to last plan with me of 2023. I literally cannot believe that this year is already about to be over. It's freaking nuts. But I am going to be planning for the week of the 18th through the 24th, and I did rotate some things from my original kit lineup. I moved like this week and next week, so I flip-flopped them. Because I feel like I did the majority of the Christmassy things this week, and like next week, the week I'm actually filming this on Christmas. Only today, Christmas is going to be holly jolly things, so I wanted to do the more like traditional Christmassy spread this week. But I'm going to be using the Carol kit from SPC, and I'm absolutely obsessed with the vibes of this. It reminds me of like the Charles Dickens A Christmas Story. Is that what it's called? And back home, back when my mom was still around, every year my mom, my sister, and I would go up to this little town called Skinny Atlas. Got this, and then I did get this because I love this tall girl. I did not use any of the doodles. And then I am using the Holly Berry bundle. By the time this goes up though, all Christmas things will have been discontinued, so it's kind of irrelevant. But I will show you, and you can put it on your shopping list for next year, I suppose. It comes with the Holly Berry underlays. I'm doing this in a mixture of burgundy and hunter green. And we have the Holly Berry washi, overlays, headers, and scripts, or date numbers and scripts, and then headers and icons. I used a bunch of icons. Then I used a bunch of this custom multi and font choice 2, as well as my secondary custom multi. This is my standard that I have for every single week, and then I have my secondary one with like the odd things, and I did a lot of odd things this week because we're doing all the holly jolly things, you know. So I'm gonna pull out all of the pages with full boxes. Okay, so it's gonna be stressful to get all the boxes in that I want to use. Okay, so I'm going to be using my Print Pression SPC Edit inserts, and they go in my SPC, or Print Pression SPC Edit planner. Trying to find my days of the week. Do I not have any? Why do I always do this to myself? Okay, I guess we're going to use date covers because I do not have any days of the week printed and cut. That's just silly of me, but whatever, that is fine. The deco in this kit's kind of big anyway, so just gonna be fine with it. So let us just begin. So this week, this literally feels like this Monday of this week was 6 years ago. Basically, if you guys watched, I think it was 2 Plan With Me's ago, I was filming it at like 3 o'clock in the morning. It was because my friend Kieran was getting ready to leave. He had to be to the airport super duper early in the morning, so I just didn't go to bed. And so on Monday, the first thing I did was at the ass crack of dawn, bring him to the airport. And then I woke Chris up because he was coming with me because I didn't want to risk like being like bored in the car by myself with like no sleep. Seemed kind of sketch. So I woke him up, he came with me. Then we went to the grocery store. We also had to go to H-E-B because like they did not have everything I needed at Walmart because of Christmas. We dropped a bunch of mail to the post office, all of the remaining Black Friday orders. And then I came home and I straight up passed the F out. Like, well, that's a lie. I put the groceries away and then I was having trouble falling asleep, but eventually I did fall asleep and I slept. Chris got up. I told him he was only planning on sleeping until noon, and I was like, well, if that's the case, when you get up, can you please just take the mail to the post office? So he like brought the mail to the post office, whatever, and I slept until like 4 o'clock, 4:30. And then I got up and my foil that I was waiting on for the last 2 sale orders was delivered while I was sleeping, which was incredible. So I just simply, before I get to that, I am going to use this sheet. This half of the sheet in the shop is called Weekly Essentials. It just comes with these things. The date numbers are in font choice 2, or font choice 5 in hunter green. The holes are hole choice 3 in hunter green. And then we do have some, I'm trying to get the best lighting. It's the corner overlays, but yeah, so I foiled those things and I walked them down to the mailbox like in the neighborhood and sent those out. And then I asked Chris, I was like, hey, would you like want to go to the movies tonight to go see Wonka? Like, it literally feels like that was not a week ago. That feels like 6 weeks ago at this point. Holy macaroni. If you want to go see Wonka, and he was like, yeah, let's go. So I was like, okay, like, we'll have dinner at the movies and it'll be great. So we did go and see Wonka, which I really, really enjoyed. Not a spoiler, but the only like downside for me, I had no feelings positive or negative about Timothée Chalamet playing Willy. I know like a lot of people were kind of unhappy about that like choice of casting. I didn't really give a shit. However, I don't know I've never seen anything with him in it, so I'm not going to say that he's a bad actor, but I don't think he did a great job with the role. Like, I don't know. It almost seemed like he wasn't taking it seriously and like wasn't embodying Wonka in the way that the previous Willys have, if that makes sense. He just didn't seem like his personality didn't come across like kooky enough, and so a lot of it felt forced. Okay, we need to assess the boxes. Okay. I'm just gonna count her as the tall girl. I don't even know where those went. So that's 8. I can do 7, 8. I can only do 10. Oh my god. So maybe I don't use the other girl and just do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and then either the other girl or one of the food boxes. Honestly, I don't want this girl, I don't think, because I don't want her on this side of the thing facing away. But the other girl's going to go in the sidebar, so I might use, like, I'm going to probably skip out on the turkey because I don't like turkey, but do, like, this dessert. Sounds like a decent plan. Sounds like a decent plan. You know? So we'll put the scene on Saturday, Sunday. So, yeah. That happened, and honestly, I was really worried that, like, because of sleeping all day, that I would not be able to sleep that evening, but I am pleased to report back I had 0 issues with going to sleep. So in the sidebar, I think I'm going to do this, sign this, and the tall girl. So I'm just going to grab this from here so I don't forget about it. And then also, you're probably going to hear a beeping in a second. It's just the foiler turning off. Oh, this is going to look so good. I can already tell. So that was all on Monday. Tuesday I slept in because I was just like really recovering from, and also the whole week that Kieran was here, I was waking up earlier for me so that I could get work done. So I did that. I wrote that I went shopping. Oh, I had to go get shampoo. So we went to Target, I got that. And then Chris and I went to Cabo Bob's, and I came home and I did some filming because I was taking the week off. It was my little Christmas break from work. So, well, my Christmas break from working on orders, because I did come home and work, just not on orders. I was just doing other work-related things. Had a YouTube binge, and then I read in the evening. I started a book called Cloud Girls. I'm currently not very far into it, because, like, I don't know, I've just been, I feel like I don't want Love Island, the current season, to end, but also in the evening, like, I don't want to read, because, like, I want to watch the new episode of Love Island. Or I've been like too pooped. But anywho, so Wednesday I had to get up quite early because me and Andrea were doing our baking extravaganza. I got up super duper duper early, not like that early, but for me early. And I did go to McDonald's on the way to her house. I'm gonna do this so I don't forget about her. That's gonna go on the sidebar. That's gonna go on the sidebar. Okay. So I stopped by McDonald's, and then I actually went to like the one closer to Andrea's house because she wanted some hash browns, and like they weren't gonna travel well all the way from my house to her house. So I went to her McDonald's, and so I did that, and then I went to Andrea's, and we baked 10 different types of cookies. It was wild. We braked partway through the day to go to like the DMV. I don't really know what it's called. It's not called the DMV here, but the place where you go so she could get like her new ID photo taken. And the girl was so confused because like all she was there to do was like basically replace her current ID with a new one with a new photo, whatever. It's like $11, but like her ID photo looked so much not like her. The lady was like, Andre went to go sign the paperwork. She's like, no, you like pointed to me and was like, she needs to sign it. I'm like, why? And she's like, it's your ID, isn't it? I'm like, no, it's hers. Like, that's how much it didn't look like her. So this looks really pretty. She did that, and then me and Andrea did our Christmas gift exchange between the two of us. And then we went to this place called the Kebab Shop for dinner. I got these like French fries that had like feta, some garlic sauce on it, and yeah. And then I came home and binge watched some movies. I think this is when I got on started my Harry Potter rewatch. And then Thursday in the morning, well in the morning, like at noon, the first thing I marked, all of us, as in me, Chris, Andrea, Nick, Tony, and Margie, all went to Lynn's to get soup dumplings. It was delicious. Then I came home and I talked to my dad on the phone, and I eventually also talked to my sister on the phone. Chatting up the whole fam bam. And then I moved all of the gifts from the nerd room, as I call it. It's, I think, meant to be a dining room, but it's really far from the kitchen, and whatever. It's where I have all of our board games, books, all of those types of things. I moved all of the gifts from in there to under the tree. I worked on some stuff. I think I was working on new releases, and then Chris and I did get McDonald's for dinner. Me and Chris both actually had nightmares that night. It was very bizarre, but I had nightmares, so I marked that because it was very tragic. And then I did some work. I think I was continuing to work on new releases. Had a YouTube binge. Chris and I went to Cabo Bob's because we're addicted to Cabo Bob's. And then I came home and I read, and then I watched more Love Island. Saturday, I got up quite early to get the rest of my Secret Santa gift. My Secret Santa this year for our game group Secret Santa exchange was Nick. And one of the things I wanted to get him, there's a bakery, like a Puerto Rican bakery, closer to me than to them, but he'll drive like the whole 30 minutes out here to go to this bakery. And so I was like, that's like a perfect thing to like have be part of his Christmas gift. So I went there, and I wanted to get there for like, they opened at 7 and I got there at like a little after 8 because I didn't want anything to sell out that like I really wanted to get. And he loved it. He was like, it's so sweet that you remembered which item was my favorite. And I'm like, yeah, I got you, which is like this guava pastry. So that was really fun. I had to go get that, and then I came home and I prepared white trash for Christmas Eve. I worked. I don't really know what I was doing work-wise this day, but I was doing something. So I worked and had a YouTube binge, and then Chris and I went to, there's the beeping. Chris and I went to Mad Greens for lunch because I was really having a hankering for a salad because I felt like we had been eating so much heavy food. So did that, and then I filmed, I think, the new release video. Oh, that's what I was doing work-wise. I was printing and cutting new releases. Then I filmed the new release video. Then we went to Andrea's. We had a macaroni and cheese bar, which was delish. Did our Secret Santa. Had game night, which I won 2 out of 3 games, which was awesome because I feel like I've been on a losing streak lately. So I was hyped. And then Sunday, I woke up in the morning and did a shit ton of cooking. I made a cheesecake, I made chicken pastina, I made meatballs, well, like prepped meatballs. I didn't make them, but I did all of that. watched YouTube, talked on the phone with my dad for a bit, wanted to call him because it's Christmas Eve and stuff. I went over to Tony and Margie's and had bomb-ass food. It was so yum. Margie killed it. Loved it. And then I was literally so tired from the food that I came home and fell asleep at like 7 o'clock, kind of like Chris right now. But Chris ended up waking me up by accident because he came into our room, and then I wasn't in like that deep of a sleep, and he shut the door and it woke me. Tragic. But hey, it'd be like that. I'm gonna use the holly berries on here on this box on like some of the corners. I think I might just do 2 corners. Nah, I'll do all 4. It'll look cute. So yeah, and then once I was awoken, I watched Polar Express, The Grinch, and Love Hard. Is that what it's called? The one with Jimmy O. Is that his name? I'm kind of being a little bit fake about all this because I don't really know the tea, but I'm pretending. But yeah, we watched lots of Christmas movies that day, and that was literally last week. It was kind of crazy, honestly. It's very, very, very busy for me. I'm not ever really that busy, so it felt kind of crazy. Even Chris is very much so, even less like busy than I. And it's so funny because it's always been the meme that like I'm the introvert and he's the extrovert, but on the way home he's like, yeah, my social battery just feels like really drained from like 3 days in a row of like social things. And I'm like, he's like, yeah, I'm definitely not as extroverted as I used to be. Like, definitely not. I think it doesn't help because like he used to work in restaurants, and going from that to just like working at home with me, like you don't have nearly as much social interaction, so I feel like it makes it even more draining when you do. So we just have the headers, and then we'll get to the day by day. But yeah, it was a really, really, really fun week. Like, honestly, I enjoy a super busy week. Oh, it was actually 5 days in a row for Chris of like doing things. So we went to Lynn's. Oh no, he didn't do anything on Friday. You know, we went to Lynn's on Thursday, and then Saturday we had game night. Sunday was Christmas Eve. Monday was Christmas. Why am I starting on this page? This is very weird, but whatever. Whatever. This is so cute. I love it. Love, 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 love it. But yeah, had a wonderful, wonderful Christmas. I'll be telling you guys all about it. Oh, for Secret Santa, Andrea had me, which is so funny. But she's such a troll. Like, when we did our Christmas exchange, she thinks she's so funny. She wrapped all of my Christmas presents in this like Stitch wrapping paper because she knows I hate Stitch. And then she got me a Stitch graphic novel, and then for our Secret Santa, she proceeded to also get me a Stitch card game. And she's like, I'm so funny, and I'm like, you're a jerk. But also, it is pretty funny, I'll be honest. I'll admit it. It's pretty funny, funny, funny. But does anybody else feel like like now all the Christmas festivities are over? It's just like instant depression. Very sad. It's like the one thing that gets me through this time of the year is Christmas. At least I'm not like living in the tundra anymore, I guess. But that's the base, and we'll move into the day by day. Okay, moving into the day by day. Okay. Where are the little things? Here they are. Okay. We're gonna use a blue little thing to mark bringing Kieran to the airport because blue is his favorite color, so it works out. And then I will use a red little thing to mark getting groceries. And then a tan little thing to mark going to the P.O. box. And then we'll use a green label to mark sleeping all dang day. I like this green pattern. It's like a green and blue plaid. That's really cute. I put my secondary custom multi in here? Where did she go? Where did she go? I miss her so. Oh, here it is. Okay. Okay, so for bringing Kieran to the airport, I'm going to use the airplane mini icon from the mini icons in me shop. They are formatted to exactly fit the SPC little things, and that is going to be in burgundy. And then I have a custom with Kieran, also in burgundy and font choice 2. For groceries, I've got the grocery cart icon from the mini icons sheet with a grocery script in font choice 2 in burgundy. For PO drop, I have got the mail icon from the mini icons sheet, as well as a PO drop custom in font choice 2. And then I did not take a sticker out for this, which maybe there's one here we can use. Honestly, there's not. It's tragic. Guess we'll use one of these beds, even though, yeah, that looks fine. I'm gonna use the bed from the mini icons sheet. And then I'm gonna use this, which says sleep all day, baby. I think they're all their own stickers, so I can put them in however I want. The all really needs to go over. Please just pull up nicely. Okay, that's not too bad. Okay. And then we'll move down here. The first thing I'm gonna mark is my foil came in the mail, which I was so happy about. It was like supposed to be here the previous Thursday, and then just kept saying like arriving late, and that is always stressful. And then I will put in the movie marquee to mark seeing Wonka, and then I will put in a label to mark being very tired. Okay, so for foil, we're going to use the envelope icon, and I do have a foil custom in font choice 2. I think I possibly have the Willy Wonka doodle right here, but I don't know how poorly. Okay, he doesn't match too bad. Not too bad, so we will pull him out. This is the Wonka doodle from SPC. I thought his shirt might look too bright purple, but it does not, thankfully. And then I'm going to use a Wonka custom in font choice 2 in burgundy. And then for being very tired, I have this like Christmas hat doodle from SPC with a tired AF script in font choice 2. Moving on to Tuesday. The first thing I am going to mark is that I slept in. And then went to the Target to pick up shampoo, and me and Chris went on a date, which is so sweet, on our Tuesday Gobble Bob's date. Love it. So for sleeping in, I'm going to use this Christmas tree from SPC with sleep in script. This is the one that comes in the foil bundle. So it is in Hunter Green, and it is in font choice 3. And then for going shopping, I have the shopping bag mini icon from the mini icons sheet, as well as a shopping script from the foil bundle, but that's font choice 6. And then for going to lunch, I've got this little Santa from SPC, and I'm just going to use a with my love script. It's on Tuesday, so I know what it is. Now that Christmas is over, I'll go back to using like Mexican food icons, but I wanted to use as much of my Christmas icons as I could during the Christmas season. And I'm gonna mark that I filmed and worked. Had a YT binge, using up all the little things, and red. One of these big little things fit. Yerpity derpity, perfect. Okay, so for filming, I have got the filming camera icon from the mini icons sheet, as well as a film script in font choice 2 in burgundy. And then for working, I'm going to use a candy cane icon from SPC, as well as a work script in font choice 2 in burgundy. For YouTube binge, I'm going to use the movie clapper icon from the mini icons sheet, as well as a YouTube binge custom in font choice 2 in burgundy. And then for reading, I'm going to use this Christmas sweater from SPC, as well as a read script in font choice 2 in burgundy. Okay, the first thing I'm going to mark over here is getting McDonald's in the morning. And then I'm going to mark that we baked all day. And then we went to do Andrea's ID. Okay. So for Mickey D's, we have got the fast food icon from the mini icons sheet in burgundy, as well as a McDonald's script in font choice 2 in burgundy. And then for baking, I've got this rolling pin with cookies from SPC. And I'm gonna, because we also listened to Taylor Swift the whole time we were working. So instead of it saying haters gonna hate, we're gonna have bakers gonna bake, to kind of encompass the fact that we're also listening to Taylor Swift the whole time. For Andrea's photo ID, I'm going to use this camera icon from the mini icons sheet, as well as a DMV custom in font choice 2 in burgundy. And then for our cute little girly gift exchange, we'll use this. Okay, and then we use a present icon from SPC and a custom with Andrea in font choice 2 in burgundy. And then for dinner, I will use a blue label. And then, no, this will go here. I need red first, which is fine, and BD. Nope, I do not like how that fits. I'll put that there. Hopefully I'll use it. If not, whatever. There we go. So for the kebab shop, I'm just going to use Lottie with like a present. And then I have a custom, the kebab shop. I think I'm just going to take the off and just put it in as kebab shop. That fits better. And then for just binge watching TV when I got home, I'm going to use the TV icon from the mini icons sheet, as well as a binge watch from the bundle in font choice 5 in hunter green. Okay, the first thing I'm going to mark over here, we will use red. No, we're going to use green because I like the green pattern, if I'm being honest. Little pieces of sticker stuck to my finger. I'm going to use this to mark us all going to Lynn's. I'm also using a red sticker, so I didn't want to use red twice. And if I do this, then I can put this in here and it won't go to waste. And a little thing in the middle. I was supposed to talk to my friend Liz on the phone this day, but not that she like forgot about me. She just got like really busy with work. So I'm going to use these string lights like this. Oh, so you guys weren't even in frame. I feel like I haven't done that in a while. And then I have a custom here, and it's just going to say Lynn's with gang, because there's way too much of us to write everybody's name. So cute. And then for talking on the phone with my dad, I have the phone icon from the mini icons sheet, and a custom with dad. And then we're talking to my sister, I have this little, I don't even know what that's supposed to be. And a talk to sis from my custom multi. And then here, I'm going to use this blue dude to mark that I put the gifts under the tree. And then I'll use a green flag. It's hard because a lot of these colors are the same colors in the spread that I'm like referencing. So I keep almost taking the color that I used in the other spread. It's throwing me off. And I mean, this one works out because I did use the tan color for this, but, and then we'll use this to mark McDonald's. So for putting the presents under the tree, I'm going to use this red tree from SPC with a custom under tree in font choice 2 in burgundy. For working, I've got Lottie in her ugly sweater with a work script in font choice 2 in burgundy. And then for getting McDonald's, I've got Lottie with a red Happy Meal and a McDonald's custom in font choice 2 in burgundy. Okay, up here we are going to put That I Had Nightmares in blue. And then work. I'm due to use blue, but I don't have another, or green. I don't have green and what I would need. So I'm just gonna move on and use this little thing to mark working. And then I'll use red, it'll be fine, to mark YouTube binge. So for nightmares, I'm gonna use Scrooge because he's like in his sleeping outfit, so I thought that worked. And a Nightmares custom in font choice 2. For work, I've got this ugly sweater from SPC with a work script in font choice 2 in burgundy. And then for YouTube, I'm gonna use Kevin McAllister and a custom YouTube binge script in font choice 2 in burgundy. And then me and Chris were bad to the bone and we went to Cabo Bob's again this day because, like I said, we have issues and we are addicted. It's really annoying though, like on the drive there's this one street light where these people like come up to your car windows like trying to sell you things. It's very bizarre and it stresses me out. So I hate that journey, but it's worth it for the Cobby Bobby. So that's gonna be for reading, and then I'll use a little thing here to mark Love Island. So for getting food with Chris, I'm going to use this gingerbread from SPC with a with Chris custom in font choice 2 in burgundy. For reading, I've got Lottie wrapped in her Christmas lights and a read script in font choice 2 in burgundy. And then for Love Island, I have got the green heart from the foil bundle and a custom Love Island in font choice 2 in burgundy. Moving on to Saturday. First thing I'm going to mark is being up early. Then I will mark making white trash. And then I will mark working. And then I will mark YouTube binge. Okay, so being up early, I'm going to use the cake because I got up early to go to the bakery, so I felt like that worked out. For making white trash, that's in font choice 2 in burgundy, I'm going to use the mixer, even though I don't use a mixer, but it's like a sweet treat, so that's what it makes me think of. And I have custom white trash script in font choice 2 in burgundy. For working, I've got the Santa from SPC, as well as a work script in font choice 2 in burgundy. And then for YouTube binge, I'm going to use this little cookie from SPC, the little Rudolph. It's so cute. As well as a YouTube binge script in font choice 2 in burgundy. Then I will use this to mark Chris and I going to Mad Greens. And then I will use this to mark that I filmed. I'll use this to mark Secret Santa. And for game night, I will use this. Okay, so for Mad Greens, I'm going to use this like place setting icon from the mini icons sheet and a Mad Greens custom in font choice 2 in burgundy. For filming, I have got the filming camera from the mini icons sheet, as well as a film script in font choice 2 in burgundy. And then for Secret Santa, I forgot to pull something because I'm literally a trash can. What is wrong with me? I'm just going to use this present icon from the mini icons sheet. And we have Secret Santa custom in font choice 2 in burgundy. And then for game night, I've got this like fruitcake looking nonsense. And a game night custom in font choice 2 in burgundy. And then for Sunday, what color is my other thing? Okay. Okay. This is technically the red color, so I'm gonna start with this. That's gonna be to mark cooking, and then I will use this to mark use this to mark YouTube binge, and then this is not going to work out if I do this here. I need to figure out what colors I have to do, because this is my option for movie marquee is tan, and then my flag option is red. So blue or green, blue or green. That's what we have to do. We're gonna do blue up here. So that means blue here and green here. Okay, there we go. Figured her all out. So the first thing I'm gonna mark is cooking, and I'm gonna use Lottie and her ugly sweater with a cook script in font choice 2 in burgundy. For YouTube binge, I'm just gonna use the computer icon from the mini icons sheet, as well as a YouTube binge script from the foil bundle, font choice 4 in hunter green. For talking to my dad on the phone, I'm gonna use this lollipop from SPC in a custom with dad in font choice 2. And then for going to Tony and Margie's, I'm gonna use Kevin. Ooh, this is not one that I can just rip. I'm gonna need to grab scissors. Okay, so we're gonna do Tony plus Margie's. And then for being super tired, again, I'm gonna use Scrooge because he's in his little pajama outfit. And we will write so tired. And then for watching Christmas movies, I'm gonna use Cindy Lou Who because I did watch The Grinch. And we'll do Xmas binge. And then that's everything, guys. We will zoom on out, I'll show you what I got left, and that'll be the whole ding dong setup. I always go the wrong way. Why am I like this? Okay. Here is the finished spread. It looks so good. And then everything that I have left over, we've got this sheet, this one, that one, that one, that one, that one. I used a lot of pattern this week. The doodles I didn't even use. This is trash. I don't even know why I have it in there. I've used everything on it. All of those girls. The rest of these scripts, and then a couple more full boxes. But that is everything, guys. If you liked this video, give it a thumbs up. If you did not, then well, give it a thumbs down. Either way, you're helping out my channel. Comment down below, subscribe if you have not already, and I will see you in the next one. Bye, guys.